So Zenbeez, it's time for a string safari. A string safari is a project where we create a Zentangle using a given string. And this is our string safari number 58. You can check out all our previous projects from this series in the playlist String Safari. I'm Sandhya. I'm an artist and a certified Zentangle teacher. In this channel, we talk about creating and practicing Zentangle, my own Zentangle inspired artworks and collectibles. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out on any videos that I post here every Tuesdays and Fridays. For today's project, I will be working on a regular white square tile with my black pen, pencil and stub. So go grab your supplies and let's get started. On to tangling now.
Okay, so here we are with our supplies. This is our white square tile and we will be using a 01 black micron, a 08 or a PN or any thicker tip pen black for filling up, and our pencil and our stub. So these are the supplies that we will be using for today's session. So let's get started. This is string number 58. So this is a string that we have explored. If you're following the Focus Flight series, we have explored this a couple of times, but I wanted to have this in the string section, so you know it's a beautiful string and it needs to have a place of its own in strings. So that's why it's here today. So this goes like this. We start somewhere here, okay, and pull it out like a spiral, and maybe you can give a teardrop like that. So that is our first step. So we're going to pretend like this is a spiral that is going around like this. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so that is our spiral which is off the page. Okay, so that's our string. Now let's get started with our project. For today's session, I am going to divide this into sections, and then we're going to work with some fun fragments. So I'm going to start with like somewhere here. I'm just going to make sections on between the lines like this, and you can make your lines straight as well, but I'm just going to make it slightly curved to give that rounded effect. Okay, so I'm going to leave that. So I'm trying to make sure that I section this in between, and like I'm not kind of matching my lines here, so it just makes it more interesting this way. Okay, so there it is, all sectioned up. Now let's get to our tangling part. So I'm going to use a string, a tangle called Gotcha. It's a beautiful tangle, so we're going to use that alternating. Okay, so if I do it here, I'm going to skip this and then I'm going to repeat it here. So we're going to go ahead and do that on all the sections, and then we'll come back and we'll repeat the other tangle or a fragment that I have for the next section. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm going to do it. Let's do it here. Okay, or let's do it here. So Gotcha goes like this. You kind of make a cross like this. So that's your first step. And then, so I'm going to start on this side. So always on the right of your line, right? So make a, it's not a pot. So make sure that there is space on the side and it's connected on the top, right? So it goes like this. We make about 3 lines like this. Okay, And same thing, I'm going to turn my tile and then on the right of this line. Okay, again turn your tile on the right side of the line. We're going to pull out 3 lines from the center, from the top tip. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to continue. So this was our first one. So we're going to continue pulling this line out here. So something like this. We're going to skip that part and pull out our lines. So our next was this. So here it's going to go like this. Okay. So it should look like it's a continuation of that. So it's just going under the previous line and it's coming out. Like that. That looks lovely. Okay, so now this section and this section, we're going to fill that with black. So any gaps that we have, we're going to fill that with black. But before that, we are also going to fill this center band, with black. So I'm going to use my other pen and let's go ahead, let's do this. So I'm going to start like that, and if you wish you can give some highlights. So you can do something like this. So this highlights is optional. I think it adds to the fun, so let's do that. And here I have this teeny tiny, which is a continuation of this. Okay, and then we are just going to pull this line out and we're going to add black in here. And I don't have space here, so I'm just going to ignore that, and I have a little teeny tiny bit of space here, so I'm going to fill this up as well. Okay, so there it is, all done. Now let's get to our next section. Okay, so now let's move on to our next section. So this is going to be here. We're going to skip this and work on this side. So here I'm pretending my line would kind of be here. So I am just pulling out my X like this. So it is half inside and half outside, but we'll now continue on our next set of lines, which is on the right side of this. We're going to pull out lines like this from the tip. It's coming out, so it's all the lines are merging here, but here it's all wide apart. Okay, so now I'm going to pull these lines down. And now this one is going to come here, so we'll just pretend like this is coming here. And now this is going to come back here. Yes, like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and add black here, here, here. Okay, so here it is. This one is all done. Okay, so this is all done here. Gotcha is done here. Now I'm going to move on. I'm going to go ahead and keep adding this in the rest of the section. So the next one I'm going to do is, so I'm going to skip this, do this here, and then maybe I'll start working on one of the sides. So I'm going to go real fast, but I want you to follow along. Okay, so here I have added gotcha and alternating squares. Now I have gone back and filled in that little sparkle that we created. It wasn't doing its job. It was kind of making it look more confusing, because we have these lines patches coming here, and then that little white gap was just not fitting in. So I have filled in the whole thing with solid black. Now let's get to our next alternating fragment that we are planning to do here. So here we are going to do this fragment called Z4. So it goes like this. We are going to start from this corner and make mukas on both sides. That goes like this. So up to the center and like this, and so somewhere here till the center. So we're going to do this on all four sides. So this would be my center. Okay, so now I'm going to start with a circle and an aura circle and another circle. It's about 3 concentric circles, and now I go around adding triple like this around these circles. Okay, and then I go back, add black in the gaps. Okay, and so here again you can add different things. So I'm just going to give it an aura and leave it at that. I'm not adding black, but you can add black there as well. And I'm just going to go back in and add a little dark like that inside for the innermost circle. So let's go ahead and repeat this. So I'm going to do this one more time here. Okay, so I start from here, so I'm just marking my center. I'm going to bring out my muka till the center like that. Okay, so we are going to pretend our circle is half inside, half outside like that. And now we're going to go around adding circles. Okay, so I go back in and add the blacks to give it a final finish. Okay, and I just go back in to give that little highlight there. So that is our fragment Z4. So I'm going to repeat this here as well, and then we're going to go really fast in the other sections. Okay, so we'll come back to this section. Now I'm going to go around adding Z4 in 1, 2, 3 and 4 and probably 5 as well. So let's go fast now. Okay, so we are almost done. I still have this little section here, so I'm just going to go back in and add some triple here, and that's how we're going to fill this. And this teardrop, I'm going to fill it up with solid black, and with that, this would be done. All the pen work would be done. So let's now just go ahead and do shading. So for shading, we are going to go along this loop, or this the string line that we created, right? So I'm going to go along that. So it's all black here. I'm not going to worry too much about that, but over here and here I'm going to add in some pencil. Same thing on this side. Okay, so let's just quickly blend this. Okay, so I'm going to again add in pencil on this side. Okay, so I like the way it looks. Looks really beautiful, and like these intricate looking pattern here. I'm just going to go inside these very gently, just kind of giving that okay, so we're just giving a bit of a shading for this as well, for gotcha as well. And we will also just go back in and kind of just on one side of the circle, we're just going to add some pencil there like that. And we're going to blend that in as well. So this fragment Z4, looks very different. I've added more elements to make it more interesting for our project, for our session today. And okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add pencil shading for gotcha as well. So here it is all done. I like the way my tile looks. So we have alternated with gotcha and Fragment Z4, and I've added some more twist to Z4 and kind of made it more intricate. And we've done the shading along that string line, and with that we call our tile complete. Now let's get to journaling. Okay, so I'm going to put my initials. Let's see. I'm going to put my initials here on this. Okay, like that. And let's journal this. So today's date is 29th of June 2021, and this is YouTube, and we did string safari number 58, and we worked with tangle, gotcha, and fragment Z4. So those were our tangles, and that is our tile for today's session.
Hope you had fun on this safari with me. I would love to see your creations, so head on to our Facebook group Zenbeez, where all the after party fun happens. Share your creations there and check out the works by other Zenbeez. If you're sharing your works on social media, then please do tag me at Sandhya or hashtag Tangles with Sandhya. So get to see your lovely works there. Also, I do stop by to comment. A quick note, these projects and these videos are for your personal use and no part of this can be used for any kind of commercial purposes. To understand the Zentangle method and to get started on your own Zentangle journey, send me an email to get information about my online courses. Now it's time to comment, so please comment below and let me know how you enjoyed this project because that really helps me plan out my next set of videos. To receive my weekly newsletter, click on the link Tangle Organizer and claim your free gift when you subscribe to the newsletter. So the link is in the description. On Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m., I host a Zentangle Mini Project on my Instagram Live. Join me on my Instagram handle at Sandhya and let's tangle together in real time. Now it's time to show some love, so hit that like button, share the video and subscribe to the channel. I shall see you next on Friday in our Focus Flight series. Until then, remember to breathe and smile. See ya. Namaste.